Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you're having a good morning, afternoon, evening. Now before I get into the video, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. Again, trying to reach 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so hopefully you can help me out with that goal. So the update preview and maintenance came out, and yep, this is it. So it's a dead week. Not even gonna waste my breath on this. However, I do want to say, since Zeldris does leave next week, I don't know what the schedule for Global is looking like, right? So on JP, they currently have, Purgatory Bond. I'm sure everybody and their mother knows about Purgatory Bond and how OP, busted, broken he is. But I don't know necessarily if Global's going to get him as quickly as people might think. We might. In fact, there's a good chance we might. But I don't really know if that's the case. So, yeah, basically all we're getting is a new night boss, Belgius. Okay, so, listen, guys. I feel like there's a chance Bond can come within a month's time. I'm not going to lie. I feel like he could. So start saving up, right? He is pretty much the best unit in the game. He, just does big PP damage. He has a very good ultimate. He heals, increases max HP, increases max HP on his passive, stacks, by the way. He's very, very strong. However, I feel like we could just get a new, kind of seasonal unit, right, for Global. I feel like we could, because there's obviously, a high chance that, not Belmos, Purgatory Bond comes out, right? There's a high chance. If Arthur does drop, once, Zeldris leaves, if Arthur does drop, then it's pretty much guaranteed Bond is coming literally either the week or 2 weeks after him. So keep that in mind. But I don't know how we're going to do it, because for JP, it's their 2nd year anniversary. For Global, what celebration would we have for Bond? Like, would we have, because it wouldn't be half year, because that's in August. So I'm thinking, we could get a new seasonal unit, right? That would probably be, likely. I'm not going to say it's out of this world kind of, theory, but it's likely that we could get it, right? Because let's look at the seasonal units we had for summer last time, right? So we had Easton, right? Easton and Valenti. So Easton and Valenti, I believe, were our last summer OC units, right? Summer seasonal units, whatever you want to call them. So Green Easton, while she is good, she's not top tier anymore, right? She's really not top tier. She is still good, but I wouldn't say oh my god, you have to summon for her. Oh my god, you must use her. She's just good. I don't know what else to say, right? So she and Valenti were our last summer seasonal units, which that was over a year ago for JP. For Global, they dropped a couple months back. So yeah, we're due for new summer units, and honestly, I wouldn't be opposed to that, because having event units, seasonal units, is good for the game, their lifespan, because a lot of people are interested to see what they could do. Now, if they just completely suck, like this blue Valenti, then people are going to be mad, right? Valenti isn't that great. She's good for, what final boss was it? I believe it was Bon and Elaine, but that's it, right? She infects on, puts the effect, debuff, wow, I can't speak. She puts the infect debuff on people who use buff skills, which is okay, and then that's it. That's literally all she does. But I mean, that's not really the craziest. Sure, it'll stop them from healing, but I mean, yeah. She also can prevent ultimate move gauge from filling up, so she can be useful, I guess, against Bond. Now that I'm thinking about it, the new Bond that dropped, she could somewhat be useful, but she literally has terrible stats though. Look at her stats. They're not that great. Her attack is low. She has pretty good defense, I'm not gonna lie. But then we get to her crit resistance and crit defense. Her resistance sucks. She's not good. I'm just gonna put it out there. She's not good. Yes, she can stop Bond from recovering, but it's she's not going to stop him from increasing his max HP, so he's still going to do really, really good damage. I mean, if you get the Rupture, yeah, she could deal massive damage if she's, I wouldn't say 4 out of 6, but if she's 1 out of 6, you're not touching Bond. You're literally not touching Bond, so, just get that out of your head. But yeah, like I said, there's room for, units, so we could get, I don't know, we could get a new summer base Meliodas. The last Captain Meliodas we had, someone mentioned it in my comments, I can't remember which video, was actually Halloween Meliodas. He was the last Captain Meliodas that dropped. And he's ass. He's completely dog shit, right? So we could get a new Summer Meliodas. I mean, we could get one that has, new techniques, a passive skill that helps out, the team, doesn't make them too crazy, but, helps them out in a way. Because we do have red and green Captain Meliodas, so I guess we're just missing a blue Captain Meliodas, and that would be good, because the Purgatory bond that we have is red. So if we get a blue Captain Melly, that'd be very, very good. Like, imagine his passive is, to restrict max HP. Like, it lowers the enemy's max HP every time you use a skill or something like that. But it also increases his attack by 10% for a max of 40%. So that would be good, I think. Like, you don't want to make him too crazy, because Bond is the anniversary unit. And if you just make a counter to Bond, like, right away, there's no point. Like, there's literally no point. So you don't want to make them too crazy, but you want to make them somewhat, usable against Bond, right? You just want to make them somewhat usable against Bond. You could have, like, the new Captain Melee restrict, restrict skills like Chandler and Mark II Valenti does. You can have that. You can have him have an AoE Sever, something, make him usable. You can have a new Deanne, we're really due for a new Deanne, right? So you can have a seasonal summer Deanne, which would be strong. I feel like they would make it a giant version of Deanne instead of Matrona, but if they want to, they could make a Matrona Deanne, I guess, right? Because we only have this red Deanne and she's limited. So if we have a version where we could just, well, I guess the summer version would be limited too, right? It will be a limited event unit. So I don't know, but we could have a new summer Deanne, so she would be good. We could have Gila, for God's sakes, we can have a new Gila. They could make a blue version of her, make her very powerful. We do have a Halloween version, but she's not good. So imagine her being blue. Imagine her passive just being, I don't know, for every ally that's of the same race, she will, increase defense related stats by, I don't know, 12%. So at max you get, but that's not really high. 24% to defense related stats. That's not really the craziest, right? It's not really the craziest now to think about it. But I don't know. They could make them pretty useful against Bond, because right now as it stands, again, Bond's the best unit in the game. There's no discussion about that. He is literally the best unit in the game, which I'm not mad about, because they made him good. Like, they made him really, really good. People were saying they wanted Purgatory Bond. He's here. There's literally nothing else to say about it. He is good. I'm sure in due time we will get units, slowly but surely, that will counter him. Just like how they start to counter Elizabeth. We'll get units. Trust me, we will. But I'm just saying, Bond coming out in a month is fast. But, I mean, if they're keeping true to their word, it would make sense, right? It would make sense that he comes out in a month. It just would. Because if they, want to keep the gap at a 1 month ratio, then that would be the best way to do it, just to bring him out within a month. I mean, I know a lot of people might be like, but I know a lot of people also skip Zeldris, right? I know a lot of people also skip my boy Zeldris, and that's not a bad thing, right? I love Zeldris. I summoned on him. I don't regret it, but I know once Bond came out, he was basically just rendered useless. Like, he has no point in PvP now that Bond's out. So, it's sad. I mean, you could use him in the back, but, right? So, and he's not crazy mind-blowing OP either. He's literally a support unit. He's kind of like Green Gulther for demons, except Green Gulther will increase attack related stats for, if they're all different races every turn. He increases basic stats by 2% for every debuff. So you need a debuff team. He has this, which is a lot better than Green Gulther. I will say that, a lot better. This comes in clutch so much. You guys don't even understand how much it comes in clutch, but it's really good. He also has that, which is pretty useful, and then his cleave. So again, not crazy, but fairly decent. Hopefully we do get new event units, though. I am kind of hoping. I mean, summer's literally here, right? Once Bond drops on global, summer will be here. So hopefully we do get event units, seasonal units. But I'll hold my tongue on that, because the last seasonal unit that we got in terms of Grand Cross, I believe it actually was it Elaine? I think it might have actually been Christmas Elaine, now that I'm thinking about it. It might have actually been Christmas Elaine. Either her... Oh, no, it was Derriere. It was actually Derriere. I think she was literally the last seasonal unit we got, which was a Valentine's Day unit. So the Sweet Temptation Dere, I think she was the last, don't quote me on it, but I believe she was the last seasonal unit that we got in Grand Cross, right? Because she was the Valentine's Day unit. I think her rating should be higher, honestly. I really do think she should have a higher rating, because she can be pretty damn good against Bond, because she'll remove his buffs. She can taunt. And she also increases her basic stats whenever she takes damage. She can disable ultimate. I think she should have a higher rating. I don't know. Maybe just looking at it, I think she should have a higher rating. I think you guys really do underestimate my girl. But she is blue, so she'll be doing some pretty decent. Also, she has amplify. I mean, she good. I don't know what y'all talking about. She good. She good. But yeah, hopefully we do, again, get summer units. But yeah, so with that said, guys, I'm going to end the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, go ahead and leave a like, comment. And as always, you guys already know, I will see you all next time.